Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Cossacks 2 Battle for Europe. I believe that we are almost about to win as we control most of Europe at this point. Our main enemy right now is Russia, and last time I was contemplating what to do really, but I think maybe I should go bold and be like Napoleon. I'll go directly for Moscow. And then hopefully, as the Russian army retreats to defend the capital, the wolves will home in. The Polish will retake their lost provinces, and the Prussians will attack as well. And the Austrians will continue being absolutely shit. Since we look here into the statistics, they've won 4 battles out of 18. Compared with, say, Prussia, there's won 13 out of 21. The Polish 15 out of 27, the Russians 12 out of 28. John Hope of Great Britain has won 19 out of 19 battles, and the Ottomans 15 out of 23. Right, without further ado though, we'll attack Poltava, and I will reclaim this area for Sweden, because, well, if you know anything about Swedish history, you kind of know that a very famous Swedish king sort of went tits up here, and we kinda lost our empire status. So I am kinda going to reclaim the area. We'll see what the Russians are able to bring up against us. They only got 12 squad, which is kind of disappointing here. That the British army actually outnumbers them here. But hopefully that will change as we progress towards Moscow. Moscow, definitely. That will have 24 squads, so there will be plenty to fight there. I mean, we just took a squad. Shit, that is a Russian squad right there. That's a Russian. It's a Russian horse battalion, horse squad, whatever. And it's right there. Someone need to claim that village. Someone need to claim this village. Come on, claim this shit. Stupid cavalry. Someone claim the village. The heavy dragoons will move in on these Russian mounted chasseurs. We'll use both units of heavy dragoons moving in. Our Highlanders, go ahead and make sure that this is taken, and these guys will make sure that this is taken, which I believe they just kind of ish did. No, not at all. Right, the main front line, or the main front line roads are secured. I don't think, oh, I was about to say, I don't think they're going to come through here, but they do. You will walk that way, while the Grenadiers and the Highlanders will move across to check whatever is going on over here. Wait, how did they end up down there? Do I turn the cannon? Can I shoot all the way down there? Form column. Maybe the peasants can take care of them. Right. Back onto the road, cavalry. Ah, the sniper group is moving up. The Jaegers will move up. Our Jaegers, though, which is really fast. It would have been a lot nicer if there were Sharps and his men, rather than just being these, what are they, the 60th rifles? Can you charge in? For some reason, not everyone fires, usually, when I click the order to fire for those guys. Right, what we'll do is, we see that there's a village over here. I'll send the Grenadiers this way, and then the Highlanders will go on the main road towards attacking this. Oh, and the enemy squad has popped up. They're really bad morale, so I can just ride up, shoot them, and scatter them. Oh shit, move back a bit and then form line. Looks like we actually have the enemy coming in from over here, so oh shit, we've got the enemy coming in over here as well. Form line, and then maybe you can go ahead and join them, and the rifles And then we'll need to send some extra squads over to the right side. We're gonna send the Royal Highlanders and one more musketeer. Highlanders will open fire. The Grenadiers will form into line and secure the center of the village. Highlanders took quite a hit. And however, the enemy is going to get hit in the back by the Grenadiers. We're going to have to retreat the Highlanders. Highlanders took heavy hit here. Oh, there are... Wait, did I send my heavy dragoons all the way over here? I can't remember doing that. Right, here's the main army coming up, which is good because I've got all my artillery here. I want the artillery out here in the open. The 2 Grenadiers will move out there. Highlanders, I want you over there. 1 more line infantry back here. Rifles, good here in the flanking position. We got another one coming over there. You will form into line and block them, while the cavalry will move to the flank and secure that. Let's throw some more grenades. I think the heavy dragoons are enough to break this squad at this point. And we got the Royal Highlanders moving in, while these Highlanders will retreat, resupply in this village. Cavalry will move up. Let's give them some fire, shall we? I almost broke all of them. They will, however, retreat. Ah! It's good that I sent in the Grenadiers to take a position here, because, well, as you can see, the enemy cavalry has turned up. Hopefully I can fire above my own guys' head. There's a forest there in the way, which is not really good, but I think we can set up here, firing this way, and then the rocket will be there. Right, quite a lot of enemies over here. This Highlander group will take the position of the cavalry, and the cavalry can move back a bit. Build up 2 units of cavalry there, and then the hussars over here. Riflemen can come a bit forwards again. Let's see, do I have any more? I've got 2 heavy dragoons over here. Did I have a heavy dragoon over here? How many heavy dragoons do I have? Royal dragoons, heavy dragoons. I have 2 units of Royal Dragoons. How did that work? What? Since when did I have 2 units of Royal Grenadier? Or Royal... You know what I'm talking about. Rifles, fire again. Rifles, always doing good. Right. Let's see. Cannons. Open fire. Let's see how this goes. Boom! And both of them are successful. Shit. The rifles. The enemy bloody cavalry decides to try to flank us there. Interesting and silly maneuver. Since that position was very strong. The Russians are moving forwards. We will make sure that we fire first. And the thing is, we have support in our backs, so we can resupply. Forwards, Highlanders, and then the cavalry will make ready to charge across the field. The Highlanders will stop right there. Fire! Break the Russians. Oh, there's another Russian squad coming in there. Rifles, why don't you break them? And hopefully, it's not the best idea to charge headlong into spikes, but as we see, the Russians panicked and turned around the unit, which is not exactly what you want to do. We're pulling back. Double grenades on the musketeers as they move off. And why don't we use a few rockets here, shall we? Did I tell these guys to fire? Apparently I did. Oh, they kinda broke. I don't know if the rockets have anything to fire upon at this point. Right, you can hold fire. The cavalry was successful in the mission to oust the enemy, and they can now actually move. Can you move around, maybe? Do as I say. Try to move around there. We have something out here. I want to check some missions, since we have such good time here. What's going on out there? Okay, so there's just like a village. Can you move up to this? I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Because that... random. Right, we'll strike this one from 2 directions. Both of our units are loaded. And we broke them. And I'm not entirely sure what happened, but let's go ahead and slay these men as well. Right, cannons. I will... You know what? I'll turn them first. Then we'll tell them to load canister. Then we'll roll them up against these guys. And just blow them away, shall we? And we'll capture this village. Kinda strange how I got two royal dragoons. Have we not taken this village yet? There we go. Now it's ours. Okay, so guys, I want you... Yes, canister. They're ready and loaded. Get back on the road. Who did I send here? It seems that I sent the Royal Dragoons.
Enemy is at rifles firing distance.
Yes, well I do not care. And now we'll roll the cannons forwards. And we'll blast that wood with canister. Right, nice, they're moving forwards. Charge! A quick dash by the Royal Dragoons. And the local police force was destroyed. And the village belongs to us. The cannons have been rolled forwards, out of the line, and are ready to lay down some damage upon the enemy. I invite you to surrender, sir. No, you don't? Well then, we'll fire. Boom! Lots of misses, not that many hits.
Enemy troops spotted.
Let's give them another go at it. Oh, more cavalry has turned up. Now they're entrenched. Should switch to round shot. See about that, what that will do. Got some kind of prison camp going on up here. Royal Highlanders will form into line and move into the village. Right, let's see. They're just about ready. They need to just ram home and do a bit of other funky stuff before they are ready. Fire! And both of those shots missed. Forwards, Royal Highlanders. I think we'll bayonet charge first, and we'll wait to use the salvo as we close in on the enemy. Lost quite a few men there. Fire! Continue forwards with the charge. Oh, look out! The officer! No! The officer was shot! And he quickly disappears into nothing.
We are under gunfire.
I could go for the village. Let's see, how are the cannons doing?
Soldiers have gloriously completed the assignment.
Good. The assignment has been completed. Well, then you can fall back and replenish at this village.
What are your orders,
And then the heavy dragoons and such will move forwards. These dragoons are actually supposed to move over here. I keep firing the cannons here, but they seem to not really do that much. And the enemy horsemen seem to be using a very strange tactic once more. Let's throw the riflemen in. Let's go into the flank. Ah, the enemy did a mistake there. They moved out of the defensive position. And now they're in the open for our cannons to roar once more across their faces. Fire! And obviously they both failed. Charge the cavalry! Both units, first rank will fire. Okay, the first unit is about to fall apart. Almost. Wrong unit is firing. Advance! This time the cannons should do a little bit better, hopefully. Let's see if they are able to penetrate the woods. Yes, they were! The Russians open fire, but it's too far away. We will return fire, then we'll go for bayonet charge. Boom! All enemy troops are defeated. And once more we stand victorious. Took a great chunk out of the grenadiers here, while I was concentrating on other stuff. There we go, victory! Poltava was secured! Although it wasn't really that big of a deal, since, I mean, it was a pretty done deal, really, to take that. In turn, see what the enemy is up to. The Prussians go ahead and attack. Can't even see what that is, because the defensive fortification is blocking the name of the area. Sector Transylvania increased the number of recruits. Very nice. Which one was Transylvania? Is this? Oh, this was Transylvania. Right, then I mean, no one else did anything. It's only these guys attacking. The Murad Bey has got 14 squads. He's facing 18 there, so I'm guessing he's building up forces. Not entirely sure what the others are doing, so let's push towards the capital. I wonder why the Russians aren't pulling back. So we start up here in the open, and then we got the town, Moscow, right here, and looks like there's a mountain inside of it. Looks kind of strange. I guess this is maybe on the outskirts of Moscow rather than Moscow itself. We're not pushing into the town, but it would be kind of cool going into town, the walls of Kremlin and whatnot. Let's quickly push forwards as we usually do and capture as many of these villages as possible.
Approaching the enemy village.
And then the attack will commence towards Moscow. We see lots of troops up here, so we will dispatch these 4 units to march over here and block this area here. We've taken the village, which is good. And then they managed to organize themselves. The rest of the units and the cannons will start the road to Moscow. We actually got a village back here. We got quite a few villages that we probably could have taken. We got Russian troops moving out there in the swamp. Form into line this side of the village. We've got the rifles turning up. We could actually probably break this squad before it even gets anywhere. Yeah, it's almost... yeah, it's basically broken. Because they, stupidly enough, decided to go through... and then we throw grenades at them.
The enemy has 1 squad less.
Into line. And I want you on this side of the road. Grenadiers on that side. I mean the Highlanders on that side. You can see about this Highlander going this way. So the approach here to Moscow is quite well guarded because we've got swamps on the side. Now the enemy didn't really take advantage of this, instead I took advantage of this. The Royal Highlanders, and then just the normal Highlanders. You know what, maybe you go there, and you go there. Right, we've seen something. Shit, I've completely forgotten about this. Let's relocate all the cavalry squads to make short work of that one unit moving in. At the same time we got these guys going in, so we got kind of-ish 3 fronts going on. Maybe you can stand up here. Let's see, where are my cannons now? We got the rockets over here. And then we got the 2 cannons coming up over here. See if I can place them on the hill overlooking, firing into Moscow. And we'll get the rockets out there. We got this one high up on the hill. We'll push forwards and we have grenadiers in front, followed by line infantry, ready to flank in on the enemy. And yeah, you guys charge over there. Heavy dragoons moving to attack.
The enemy is not far away.
And then you 3 was actually mounted hussars as well. Hussars will swing around. Oh, that was not hussars, that was mounted dragoons. So the dragoons and the hussars will move forwards first, firing out of the woods. And then the heavy dragoons will do their charge. And we've got quite a massive cavalry charge going on. And then it's cavalry versus cavalry. Okay, hold back a bit. I want the hussars. Let's see, can I get the hussars? The hussars on the side. The heavy dragoons on this side. And then see if just getting our positions back into order. Nice. And then we can strike at this location, forcing our way back into Moscow. And we're getting ready over here. Can I get you to sort of aim down the road over there? And I can get you maybe to come over here and aim towards that road over there. Rifles on the side. The rockets have arrived. I want you on the road, firing straight forwards. Is that their position where the troops retreat to, it seems? In the middle of the town. We got something going on here that we probably need to deal with. So we send these 2 units into line. You know what? I think I need to drag a few units off here. This one will come and aid over here. Then we'll get all the priests to aid, and artillery will open fire on Moscow now. Fire! I formed square there, kind of silly. My police force, or my stolen police force, just shot them. Right, we've got a square over here, and cavalry has moved back. Let's see if we can get all the way up there, and just prepare the way, maybe, for our line infantry. By... Ooh, we took a hit, but only 4 men died. And then the grenadier comes forward, the line infantry goes forward like that. The grenadiers could easily, I think, just throw a bunch of grenades into that square and blow it to pieces. And yes, it's falling apart. Open fire! Line infantry will go and block the cavalry. Second squad of the grenadiers will move forwards. And then ones in range will open fire. The guys on the hill will open fire. Oh shit, you will open fire because you're about to get flanked. And then the grenadiers will charge. in towards this unit. These guys up here will fire as soon as they have a shot. These guys will have to turn around. What's going on over here? They open fire upon us. The rifles will open fire. Boom! Nice shot there. Cannons are breaking up that position. And we broke up whatever was here. We need to replenish this group though. So they will continue on and capture that coal village or that gunpowder village, while the Highlanders turn towards the enemy. This unit will go into line and be over there. We have secured this, but some of the units have lost quite a few men. We are able to replenish from this village there. Oh, we still have that unit over there. Throw some grenades into it and it's broken. We got lots of Russians retreating back into Moscow, and we've gained ground here, destroyed a lot of squads. What's this? Enemy cavalry has turned up behind us. Oh! The rifles need to move back, because otherwise they get destroyed. I told you to move back. Open fire! Move! Why on earth did they not listen to me? Fire! There's only 9 of them left. Do I have anything there that can actually aid? That actually can aid here. I don't have any cavalry. All the cavalry is up north. Most of the enemy here was sent away. They've got one newly formed home guard ready to defend. Let's go ahead and see about replenishing our troops before we continue. These two line infantries are ready to move forwards. Oh, we captured this without me even knowing it. Good. Right, stand there then and ready yourself. How's it going with the cannons? Seem to have broken some enemies. Rifles are gaining troops. I want to break that one, so I'm sending up the rifles to deal with them. Enemy cavalry turning up behind. Not very nice of them. And this way is now open. I'll send the hussars to deal with that one group over there. And while that happens, the mounted light dragoons will move forwards towards Moscow. You can see a lot of troops are gathering in there, and that's all the troops that have retreated. Where did the stupid, there we have it, stupid rocket go? I want you there. Oh, they've locked themselves in this little ravine here. Oh, you should have probably stayed there where you were. But now the rifles got you. And then the rifles will go back, replenish even more. The enemy squad is right behind. Silly bastards. We have moved in. Oh, I guess this is supposed to be the big church in Moscow. We're gonna continue towards this location here. Okay, the hussars have arrived. I'm not entirely sure though if the hussars will be able to take on both this group. Well, if it doesn't fire, we'll be safe. And for some reason this one, I guess they moved around so much that they've gone tired. And they were broken. The hussars will move over here, ready to help these guys. We've got enemy cavalry squads behind us and other crap going on here. So let's fire and then get back out again. And then the heavies will ready themselves to move in. Ooh, we lost a lot of men out of this one, but luckily they were able to retreat. How's it going along the front line? Seems to be going just fine right now. Not entirely sure why the enemy doesn't have any. Oh, look at that. There's so many troops up there. I wonder... I could actually reach that area with the rockets. Let's start to put... The real use of the rockets was really as they did, I guess, in when they attacked, or when the British laid siege to Copenhagen, where they basically set fire to the town as a kind of terror bombing to force the Danish population to in turn force the military high command to surrender. Right, hussars! Charge! Morale-wise, a lot of these Russian troops are on the verge of breaking. We're setting fire to Moscow by firing rockets into it. And I'm not entirely sure how much of Moscow is wooden buildings and stuff, but I could imagine quite a bit of fires breaking out if we started using rockets against them. And then third rank to just break the unit. There we go. And then to make sure that that cavalry unit is destroyed, we'll open fire there. There's absolute chaos going on in Moscow right now. Everyone's scattering in terror as we keep bombarding them with rockets. This unit should be ready. Let's move forwards. And let's move our units. It's time to advance. The rifles can go through the swamp. Grenades! The enemy is retreating from Moscow. Fire! Forwards, men. Forwards. Forwards and forwards.
The enemy's close.
Keep it up, men. Keep up the pressure on them. Whose strength is failing? Highlanders turn. Okay, scatter these retreating troops. And then the Highlanders will continue forwards, the line infantry will continue forwards. Charge in to the town. If you're actually in control of a town like this, I believe you can actually start building some of the buildings.
The foe has entered the firing range.
Get in there. Fire! I believe one unit actually has shots, so take them. Continue to try to break your way through this.
Muskets loaded.
It looked like they just recruited a guy out of that building. I guess he was just hiding behind it. Okay, we're not gonna be... was kind of massacring, just destroying everyone that's retreated there. Ah, unfortunate for you, there's no way out. And we just fired on you. Okay, you can't fire. The enemy is retreating. The hussars join in. Musketeers forward. The enemy is breaking apart. Capture zone is back here. And our men has almost made it through, charging all the way down the road, but at this point they're kind of tired.
The enemy's close.
I think we're gonna hold them here.
Muskets loaded.
The line infantry will open fire. Hussars will come and join in. Continue forwards, line infantry. Both of you will charge. And the hussars will join in.
The enemy opened fire.
We've got actually quite a few units in there. I want you guys to charge. Fire, return fire, whoever can. And then charge. Except this Highlander unit. because you will form square, because you're about to fall apart. The enemy is panic-stricken, is falling apart all along the line. I think these are the last units. We'll tell the cannons to hold fire because I want to actually take the capture point in there. Prepare to fire once more. There's enemy squads coming in. Fire. Force them back. There's there's 3 squads in there. I think this makes it there's an opening for our cavalry now to move in. Okay, we're breaking apart the enemy over here. We're actually going to retreat because, as I said, I want to take this village. I want to take this town, this city, rather than fighting it, or rather than killing all the units. So we've got 1 unit really that's holding there. Right, can line infantry go forwards, and this unit also forwards, and here comes the cavalry. There's some enemy cavalry here, but I'm guessing this is a retreat point for the enemy cavalry.
Start close fight.
Dragoons are the first ones on the scene, charging in, and our unit is coming around the corner. It's pushing forwards. I guess this is the main cathedral or church thing rather than this. But I guess there's a lot of churches in Moscow. Fire! Line infantry, fire! Sufficient number of strategic points have been captured. Moscow is ours. The thing is, we kind of set fire to it with our rockets. Not entirely sure if... oh no! Did my... God damn it. Somehow I missed there that their rifles... The rifle unit broke apart somehow. God damn it. But there we have it. We took Moscow. Let's go ahead and then turn and see what the enemy is up to. Result of trouble in Krakow. Something happened. Okay, no one moved. Why not? We're gonna go back to Poltava. For some reason, everyone's just stopped moving. And I'm not entirely sure. There are 15 squads now. Didn't they have 16? No one's moving, no one's giving any message. It might be so that I've broken them down so badly that they're more or less just given up. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade this because I don't want to go ahead and reconquer these regions. Not entirely sure why the Egyptians don't go and deal with this, but they still build on this, so they are building on the provinces. I think what we'll do is we'll move over here to Warsaw and then strike at the Russian army. There's 6 here, and then there's... Alexander actually got 24 squads, so that's 30. You know what, let's go ahead and continue, see if I can actually move to this location. Hopefully the Prussians would have actually taken that. So I was a bit too hastily to speak, because now the enemy is on the move. But Rome managed to repulse the enemy. Berlin, they caused the Polish caused a rebellion there. In the sector Moscow, a rebellion broke out. It can be quelled right now, but it will cost you 10,000. Yes, I have enough gold for that. So we suppress the rebellion. We'll go ahead and upgrade a lot of these places because I don't want any more bloody rebellions. Can I move into Krakow? No, I cannot. Then we'll have to attack here and then go on to attack the Alexander the First, which I believe at this point is the main enemy commander that has the most squads. So I have 20, France has 9, Willem has 12. Yes, they are the main enemy. Alexander is really the only one who can stop us at this point. And for some reason he's frozen there in the middle of Polish territory. I kind of understand why he's there. Because I think, well, I don't... Dea's probably not clever enough, but I imagine fighting that province, since it's a DLC or an expansion province, will make sure that our cannons will break down if we attack. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!